News outlets and YouTubers have found a post that is beginning to drum up a little bit of hype for Jak and Daxter Remake, a beloved franchise that came out during the PlayStation 2 era that was developed by Naughty Dog. Unfortunately, the alleged, and even saying this is a stretch, rumor, has as much stability as a waterbed in a 9.8 magnitude earthquake. In today's video, we're going to go over this post, along with actual evidence of Jak and Daxter's return. And let me tell you, there ain't much, but let's talk about it. Whoa! What's up, guys? Canadian Guy here, and back with the bittersweet video. Actually, it's a lot more bitter than sweet. Mostly it's me that's bitter. See, normally when I do rumors or leaks, I try to find more information that supports that said leak, making it beefier and seeing if it can convince me. And if I'm not even convinced, I don't make a video about it. So recently I was flooded with DMs for this text-based leak on Jak and Daxter. And this post claims that a remaster is coming for this dynamic duo. And the source? Well, it's from the trustiest trustful site, 4chan! Yay! So 4chan, if you don't know, is an infamous message board site that is known to where people will post just random rumors and leaks like willy-nilly. You can post what you like anonymously and not be tracked, which leads to a very select few people going on the site and actually leaking information about future titles. And it actually has happened many times before. But for every leak that has actual reputable information, there's literally thousands of fakes claiming that they have a friend in the industry, that they just got fired and that they want to get back at their company because they hated their boss, etc., etc. It's the same story every time. Now, with the next generation being right around the corner, the fake leaks and rumors have been put into overdrive. So, back to the 100% total quality post that states that Jak and Daxter is totally coming, that I totally don't doubt and totally don't have sarcasm over. It seems that the Jak and Daxter, we're off to a great start. It seems that the Jak and Daxter re-trilogy is a complete remake of the first three games, but in a different key from the original games. The goal of the team, in fact, seems to have been much more ambitious than the previous games with which they have been able to work, because the goal of the team with this project is to overcome the original games and reimagining those events to create a single great story, with numerous new narrative elements and new elements to the gameplay itself, becoming something far more ambitious than a simple remake. And it also appears that some Naughty Dog developers are also collaborating on the project. Now, the post continues talking about another remake that they are working on at the same time, Legacy of Kain, and is apparently trying to make it a Souls game. Now, some of you might be thinking that the fact that they misspelt Jak and Daxter is automatically a red flag, but hey, we're all human, right? We all make mistakes. A spelling error doesn't mean that it's wait, they have a second post. Let's read through it. I got this information from an employee very close to Sony Interactive Entertainment Studios, because of course they did. And both games aim to be released exclusively on PS5. Jak and Daxter re-trilogy as a PS5 launch title. Legacy of Kain Remake is scheduled for 2021, and their official presentation is scheduled for the Summer Game Fest, but it looks like the team hasn't decided yet whether to announce them together at the same event or announce them separately to different Sony events over the summer. They spelt Jak and Daxter wrong twice in a row. Twice with the same mistake. Jak and Daxter. So some of you might be thinking, Canadian Guy, why are you even making this video? There's no way that this post actually has garnered any attention. And this is where I have to painfully tell you that it has. Other YouTubers, which some granted have taken down their videos already, which I'm very thankful for, and verified news sites have picked up on this post and are reporting it as a rumor. Excuse me, what? You're telling me that this post from 4chan that called the game Jak and Daxter re-trilogy twice is being pinned as a rumor from gaming news sites with literally no sources, no credibility, and no backing. Awesome! 10 out of 10! Take it with a grain of salt, am I right? To claim this post as a rumor is honestly 100% dishonest and legitimately upsets me, because a rumor requires some backing to it, like possible images or even coming from a credible source who has leaked content before. This post has literally nothing. I love Jak and Daxter, and I would love for them to make a comeback in some way, shape, or form. But for these gaming press sites to generate hype for something that has no backbone whatsoever kinda sucks. I mean, look at Game Rant's Twitter post about this and the comment section below it. People are so hyped over something that is probably not happening. Now, here is the thing though. There is some evidence of Jak and Daxter coming back. But wow, is it a stretch. But even the gaming news sites aren't even going in as deep to go look for it. So Bluepoint, the studio that this post claimed was going to be making the Jak and Daxter remake, said that yes, they are currently remaking another game from PlayStation's history. Some articles are reporting that it's specifically a PlayStation 2 game, while others are still unsure. So yes, the articles that are saying that it's a PlayStation 2 game gives a little credit to the idea of a Jak and Daxter title being produced by Bluepoint Studios, but there's more. According to a slew of other rumors and backed by Jason Schreier, Bluepoint Games is supposedly working on a Demon's Souls remake or remaster. Again, this rumor was backed by an industry insider, so already it has a lot more credit than anything else we got in terms of concrete information for Jak and Daxter. But there is one more thing that came out of the blue from, well, Bluepoint that gives us a little hope. Back on Halloween Day of 2019, Bluepoint made a tweet that tantalized many theorists to the core with the following tweet. So calm this spooky night, a symphony of rumors, not one, but two, return from shadow. A resistance to dart home as black monsters escape twisted hills to wander lands and siphon souls. Filter your candy collections, soft from solid, and be eco-friendly. Have a metal Halloween. So first off, the language of this tweet is really weird. Like, you wouldn't normally talk or tweet like this. It feels like the words that were selected were very deliberate and honestly very weird. But let's break it down because it definitely seems like a riddle. First things first, not one, but two return from shadow. To me, this would likely mean that they are actually remastering or bringing back two titles. Now, because this was released on Halloween night, the GIF is of bat silhouettes on a blood moon, and one of the first words is night and symphony. One title that they could be making is Castlevania Symphony of the Night, which was released on the PlayStation 1 and the Sega Saturn. For those who don't know, the main villain is Dracula, so the fact that it's released on Halloween with bats in a blood moon silhouette and two words from its title are so close together in the sentences, it's entirely possible. But let's continue. A resistance to dart home as black monsters escape twisted hills to wanderlands and siphon souls. Again, we got the word souls here at the end, giving credit back to Demon's Souls, which already has credit from an insider. But there are two words between these sentences, and when put together, definitely seems, well, deliberate. To wander lands and siphon souls. Filter your candy collections, soft from solid. Now I'm going to stop right there, because if you look at the last two words of the previous sentence and the first word of the next sentence, you're going to see the words siphon and filter. Both of these words feel like they were obnoxiously hammered in, and it just so happens that there was a PS1 game called Siphon Filter that was made by the studio that brought us Days Gone. So seeing these words put so closely together is definitely interesting. Let's continue. Filter your candy collections, soft from solid, and be eco-friendly. Have a metal Halloween. So we finally hit the stretched out possible hint that is Jak and Daxter. Eco is the main source of energy that is used in Jak and Daxter for everyday life, and the word metal could refer to the metalheads that show up in both Jak 2 and 3. Again, seeing these hints almost in pairs also is interesting in terms of this tweet. So the tweet seems to be referring to multiple games. It seems to be referring to Demon's Souls, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Siphon Filter, and yes, possibly Jak and Daxter, but this is a huge stretch. Other than that, there is nothing else in terms of evidence of Jak and Daxter making a comeback in any way, shape, or form at this point in time. Nothing concrete. Now again, I would love any kind of Jak and Daxter news. Trust me, if there was anything, I would cover it on the channel with a gigantic smile on my face, and to make sure that I cover it all the time. But at this point in time, there was just about nothing concrete, and news sites really need to source their material and stop looking to 4chan for such silly things.
A huge thank you to all those who support the channel through Patreon and being a sponsor on the channel. If you'd like to help it out, check out the links in the description below, where you can buy some CGE merch or become a Patreon. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe for more gaming and nostalgic content. Thank you so much everyone, and I'll see you guys in the next video.